Welcome back. Out on another very nice day. Getting some more time on the bike. So today, I thought I could talk about the top 5 things that I liked about the Iron 883, what made me want to buy the bike. And if you're considering getting your first bike and trying to decide maybe you're trying to decide what your first bike is going to be and you're debating whether to get an Iron 883 or something else. So these are the 5 reasons why I chose the Iron 883. Number 1, it is super affordable. I bought this bike used, and I got this bike for a steal. This is a 2017 Iron 883. I got this bike for about $5,000, which is super affordable, and I just found an incredible deal. But you can find so many used Iron 883s for under $10,000, more in the $7,000 to $8,000 range I found, that are only 3 to 6 years old. I found this one on Facebook Marketplace, and I was searching for a bike for a couple months, but I ended up finding this one just one day. It popped up, and this guy was just trying to get rid of it. I messaged him at the right time. He had just posted it, and when I messaged him, I was just the first one in line, and he said there were so many people messaging him that I just got lucky. I think right time, right place is a great thing about this with used bikes. You know, I just happened to see this bike posted and messaged him first and got a great deal. I went over the next day and picked it up. So the Iron 883 is a great value because you can get into this for almost, you know, $5,000 to $8,000. You know, that's really a great price. So this bike is super affordable to get into for a first bike. I didn't want to spend a lot of money on a first bike. I just wanted to get into something that I can learn on and try out. And the Iron 883 just fit that bill. I mean, there's plenty of other bikes that you can get used for pretty cheap, but to me, this fit what I wanted. And, you know, compromise, it's like this color probably wasn't my first choice, but you know what? It's easy enough to change if I wanted to later down the road. So price over aesthetics. So number 2 is this is a great bike to learn on. This is a great bike for a first bike because it's not too big, it's not too small. It's pretty nimble, and I think it's, you know, not overwhelming for a first-time rider. I think the learning curve for this bike is pretty small. I mean, I picked it up pretty quick, and, you know, while I'm still learning, you know, to me it seems like it was a pretty easy pickup. And I think if I had a more powerful bike or a bigger, heavier bike, it wouldn't have been as easy. So I think the Iron 883 is a great bike to start with. So number 3. So the third reason why I chose the Iron 83 is just the aesthetics of the bike. So when I was looking at bikes, my first bike, to me the Iron 83 just kind of had this classic motorcycle style that I liked. It just seemed like this like old school, two-wheeled, machine, no frills, just, motor, wheels, seat. And, just the design of the overall bike to me is just so nice. It's simple, there's not a lot of complexity to it. It just to me looks so nice. And I really enjoy the look of it. There's bigger bikes and with more features and more modern and, better updated designs. But I don't know, to me, this just looked exactly when I thought of, hey, old school motorcycle, this is what I liked. It's all to interpretation. What I think is a, classic looking motorcycle might not what everyone thinks is classic. But to me, this just fit what I wanted. Which leads me into number 4 on why I wanted to get the Iron 83. And I'd already started doing it. It's really easy to modify. There are so many aftermarket parts available for the Iron 83. And you can pretty much, customize this bike however you want. Everything from pipes to air cleaners to controls, pegs. You can get mirrors, new grips, new seats, different lights, shocks. You can get swing arm bags. You can get coil relocation, tank lifts, new brakes. You name it, there's a part for it somewhere that you can order, put it on this bike. It's just because I like to tinker around with things, and this is, I thought it'd be a cool project. So that brings me to number 5. Number 5 is kind of based on number 4, which is this bike is just really easy to work on by yourself. You can maintain this bike pretty easily. You don't need to spend a lot of money on maintenance because you can do the basics yourself. You can change the oil yourself. You can do the basic maintenance. It's not even that hard to change a clutch out. It's just an easy bike to work on. You get the service manual. You get there's plenty of videos online to watch to help you through it. But other than that, it's pretty simple. It's also tied back to affordability. You can work on this bike pretty cheap. You can get all the parts, get them online. You can order them from your local Harley dealer. But you can pretty much maintain this bike for a reasonable price. So, overall, a good first bike to me is one that, it's not going to cost you a lot of money. And I didn't want to spend, $15,000, $20,000 on our first bike. Kind of going back to the affordability again, these bikes are not hard, they're not expensive to insure. The insurance on this bike is really cheap. Overall, what I've got into this bike is very little. Even with the upgrades that I've done with the exhaust and the air cleaner and the few other things I've done, I'm still under 7. These are the main reasons why I chose this bike, and I'm super happy with it. And I think most people would be happy with this as a first bike. Obviously everyone's different. Everyone has different desires and needs and wants in their first bike, but this to me checked all the boxes that I liked and I wanted it. So, I made it happen. Man, those are some sweet houses. Well, thanks for watching, YouTube. Hope you enjoyed the top 5 reasons. But thanks for sticking around. And if you like what you saw, you know, hit the subscribe button below. Hit that like button. And you stick around, I'll keep making some videos. Alright? Alright. See ya. Peace.